Thank you for choosing DeckWorks. In this demonstration, we're going to be going over a few different things. The first thing is going to be creating a viewport off of our drawing to import the image into a title block, that you can actually add in your company logo and company name. And then the second part of this demonstration is once we've done that, I'm going to show you a few different ways to export and print your drawings. So currently we've designed our deck design. What we want to do is go ahead and grab the 2D selection tool, which is located on the top left corner of our screen. You simply want to hover over the top left, hold down your left click, and drag it over your entire drawing and let go. You'll see that everything is highlighted at this point. Once you've highlighted everything, you can go into your View tab up top and go down to Create Viewport. Once you select this, you'll have an option to name your viewport, your drawing title, but the first thing you really want to look at is Create on Layer. Currently we're going to be creating this on our DeckWorks 3D template. If you click on that, you'll notice there's also one for a plan, elevation, and 3D and estimate. So for an example, let's go ahead and select plan, and then we're going to scan down a little here and it's going to ask us for our scale. Most counties and townships require 1/4 inch scale for county plans, so we'll leave it at 1/4 inch. You can also select this, and as you can see, there's architectural and engineering scale here, as well as a custom option. The view we're going to look into is the top plan view. You can also change this to elevations, 3D views, but because we're putting on the plan, we'll go ahead and stay with top plan view. And you can also select your rendering style. We're going to leave it at wireframe. Any of these options can be changed later. So by pressing OK, it's going to import this drawing inside of our actual border. Now in some cases, depending on how much you have in your drawing, there'll be more than what you've selected inside of this viewport. So if you wanted to edit that option, with the 2D selection tool selected, simply double click your viewport somewhere inside. It's going to bring up this Edit Viewport dialog box. You'll see in annotations, crop, design layer, camera, and a few other additional options in here. So to crop this, we want to press crop and then press OK. And it's going to bring up this screen. Now if we take our rectangle tool and highlight the area that we want to show in our viewport, and then simply move this around to it's in the appropriate spot, and then we want to hit Exit Viewport Crop. Now you'll see inside of our viewport the only thing visible is what we've selected. Now if we want to change the scale on this, you can go into your Object Info palette. Right now it's 1/4 inch scale because that's what we set it up for. Select our down arrows and let's go ahead and change this to A scale. You'll see that it'll actually change the scale appropriate at that point. We can also click back on this and go to 1/4 scale. We can also right click, copy, and then go ahead and paste another copy of this viewport. So now we have two viewports, and these viewports are exactly the same. So with this viewport selected, we can change this to A scale, and you'll see that we'll have an A scale as well as our 1/4 scale. We can also change our view from top plan to right isometric, and you can even give this a rendering if you wanted. If you wanted to do OpenGL, you're going to get this little red and white striped box. All you have to do for this is press the update key. The reason why it's done this way is it prevents you from having to wait on everything to update every time you make a change. You can also double click on any of these names down here and edit any of this text to put your company information in, the client's information. You can also import a logo here. If you want to import your logo, you go up to File, Import, Image File, and then you can go find your logo on your computer and open it, and then you'll be able to resize it to fit it in that box. Now once your drawing's complete, you want to be able to export it at a good DPI that's going to be crisp and not blurry. So with most cases, people would go File, Print, and print directly from the computer. That's only going to print your resolution at 72 DPI, and we want to make sure everything is real crisp here. So we have two options. We can go to File, Export, and the first option is PDF. So we're going to export as a PDF file. You'll notice that our resolution is set at 300 DPI, and we simply want to press Export. It'll give us the option to name this. We'll just name this 1, press Save, and it'll create this PDF document for us. So as you'll see, everything is just as crisp as it was on our screen. We can print this file to our computer, and we're good to go. Now the second option here is to go File, File Export, and we're going to do an image file. This is going to allow us to export this as a JPEG image, a TIFF file, a bitmap, or any type of other image file. Now sometimes you'll see a JPEG 2000 image, and you'll also see a JPEG image. There's two differences here. With the JPEG 2000 image, you'll notice that your resolution is stuck at 72 dpi, and that's not what we want. So you want to make sure that this says JPEG image, and you'll see that you'll be able to edit this resolution number now. So I'm going to type in 300, so it's going to be a resolution of 300. You'll also see this print size down here. You can do pixels as well as the actual print size. So for my print size, I'm going to change this to 11, and it's automatically going to update to keep everything oriented correctly, our height. So once we have JPEG image selected, resolution set, and our print size selected, there's no need to hit wireframe or rendering up here. That's just like a brief test of what it's going to look like. So you can hit wireframe or rendering if you choose so, but it's really not necessary for this. Now we're going to hit save. It's going to ask us what to save it as. We'll go ahead and save it as 2, and we'll hit save. Now if we go back to my desktop, I can double click on this image, and you'll see that everything is crisp, and we can print from here very easily. So once I open back up my DeckWorks, this works on all the different pages here. So you can do this under elevation. You'll notice that there's nothing under elevation at this point, and the same for 3D. So we'll go ahead and switch right back to our plan view. Hopefully this helps everybody understand how to get your drawings into a border, select scale, select multiple scales, and print into a correct form that you can send to your customers. Feel free to visit us at www.designworkscompany.com, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.